There are more cheers for anybody who's standing and would like to experience inside.
We're live.
Wonderful. Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Patty Bannister. I am the Provincial Archivist here at Nova Scotia Archives.
You're going to have to project. Give it a
I
girl.
will project. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all here this evening, and a special welcome to those who are joining us via live streaming. This is a Nova Scotia Archives first that we are going live for one of our events, so we're thrilled to be able to be doing this. I would like to begin by recognizing that we are gathered this evening on the traditional territory and ancestral homeland of the Mi'kmaq people. Our relationship is based on a series of peace and friendship treaties, which we are honored to serve as the caretakers of in this very building. We pay our respect to the Mi'kmaq people and recognize in Nova Scotia we are all treaty people. I would also like to take this time to recognize the presence of people of African descent in Nova Scotia for over 400 years. We honor and offer gratitude to our ancestors who came to this land and their commitment to not let our history be lost. Today is August 15th, which provides us with a unique opportunity to recognize the Acadian community on this National Acadian Day. Happy National Acadian Day. At the beginning of an event to celebrate the work of Helen Creighton. It is through her work that significant elements of the culture and heritage of these and many other Nova Scotia communities has been preserved. The launch of this resource is actually a culmination of work that began in 2019 for many of the team who are here with us this evening at the Archives. But in reality, the relationship of the Archives to Helen Creighton, her work, family, and friends actually began in the 1940s, when she recognized the importance of having a trusted place for the preservation of what she was collecting. Helen's relationship with Provincial Archivist Dr. Phyllis Blakely carried through countless additions to the material over more than 6 decades. Helen's second book, Traditional Songs from Nova Scotia, was dedicated to Provincial Archivist D.C. Harvey. Carmen Carroll was the last Provincial Archivist to work personally with Helen, and also saw the start of Clary Croft's extensive work on her accumulated materials. Clary was both Helen's friend and her trusted legacy keeper, a role that he continues to uphold in his own work and in support of the work that we have undertaken here at the Archives. I'm now going to ask Clary to come to the podium for a Helen Creighton approved start to our event.
Ochilasi, bienvenue, willkommen, falche, welcome, all languages in which Helen Creighton collected. An amazing legacy. Moonlight tonight, boys, starlight tonight. Moonlight shines on the water. When you are a dreaming mother. When you are a dreaming mother. When you are a dreaming mother. Don't forget to dream of me. Moonlight, starlight, moonlight shines so bright. Moonlight tonight, boys, starlight tonight. Moonlight shines on the water. Moonlight tonight, boys, starlight tonight. Take your dear out for a stroll. Mind what you tell, boys, mind what you tell her. Tell her how you love her when the nights grow cold. Moonlight, starlight, moonlight shines so bright. Moonlight tonight, boys, starlight tonight. Moonlight shines on the water. Moonlight, starlight, moonlight shines so bright. Moonlight tonight, boys, starlight tonight. Moonlight shines on the water.
Gordon Conley of Glen Haven sang that song for Helen Creighton the year I was born, 1950. Before I continue, I should apologize for the dark glasses. I had a little bit of surgery, and the eye is not pretty that is normally handsome. The interesting thing about that song is that Mr. Conley told Helen it was a song that was sung when people were leaving port, when they were starting on an adventure, when they were launching a new and exciting thing. I can't think of anything more new and exciting for me as Helen's friend and the person that had the great privilege of working here at the Public Archives, cataloging her entire collection. Helen would be overjoyed. I'm literally over the moon, because now Helen's collection is going to be available literally internationally. People will be using this collection as they have for years. Now they'll be using it on the international stage as well. But for me, I do have to say that the most important thing about having this collection go live and having it accessible to everybody is a lesson that Helen taught me. When I started to do my own collecting, Helen said, "Remember, Clary, you are the student. They are the teacher." The tradition bearers that shared with Helen. There would be no collection if it wasn't for the tradition bearers. And I'm very delighted to say we have some family members whose ancestors were collected by Helen. If you are one of those family members, put up your hands and let us see who you are. Ah, yes, yes. So, hands, buttonhole those people and find out what it was like to have Helen Creighton come to their community and collect. So in honoring this event, I think for me, perhaps the most important part is that we are honoring the tradition bearers. We all know the name of Helen Creighton, but it's tradition bearers who shared with her their legacy, and Helen's will live forever. And I can't be more proud than I am of the work that the staff has done here at the archives and the work that's been done in liaison with the archives by the Helen Creighton Folklife, in which I am a founding member and a proud board member. And I thank you all for coming, and if I am flying off 2 feet off the ground this afternoon, it's because I am absolutely elated, and I thank you all very much.
Thank you, Claire. In getting to know Helen Creighton, which has been part of this journey for us here at the archives, we quickly came to recognize the importance of family to Helen. In both her work and her personal life, her family was at the center of what inspired and supported her constantly. Helen's family, represented by Mickey Zink, has been that same support and inspiration for us here at the Archives throughout this project. I would like to invite Mickey to come to the podium to say a few words.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those who don't know me, my name is Mickey Zink. Helen Creighton is my great aunt and godmother, and I'm honored to be the trustee of the Helen Creighton Royalties Trust and board member of the Helen Creighton Folklife Society. Today, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to the Nova Scotia Archives staff for their exceptional dedication in bringing the Helen Creighton collection into the digital age. Aunt Helen's mission was to ensure our heritage endured. She collected the materials to be shared and remembered by future generations and not fade into obscurity. And the Nova Scotia Archives team has wholeheartedly embraced this vision. By digitizing her collection, they've made sure her legacy lives on, accessible to all. On behalf of the Creighton family, I wish to convey our sincere appreciation for their hard work and commitment. Thank you to the archive staff and volunteers and the tradition bearers. Aunt Helen's collection at the Nova Scotia Archives has found a new home in the modern world, bridging the past with the future and preserving our heritage for generations to come. Bravo.
As you have already heard, this has been an archival journey, the starting point of which was the realization that with many of the recording formats deteriorating significantly and types of playback equipment slipping into extinction, the songs, stories, and cultural elements that Helen worked to preserve were about to experience a second loss. Not dissimilar to the passing away of tradition and knowledge bearers in communities, the passing away of these recordings would similarly result in loss and silence. With preservation at the forefront of our thinking, we had the recordings digitized, thus ensuring that they would continue to exist. But existence isn't always the same thing as living. For several decades now, people have sporadically referenced and used portions of these recordings, even in their original formats. They had almost become the stuff of folklore themselves, with people saying things like, "I heard you have the Helen Creighton recordings over there." From preservation, we challenged ourselves with the support and friendship of Larry and Mickey to focus on access. How do we make these materials accessible to everyone, everywhere? How do we promote it, especially in the many communities from which it came? That was a much longer road. In retrospect, digitization was the easy part. The digitized recordings had to be prepared for use via our website. To allow users of the resource to find a specific track, the recordings had to be time-stamped. The time-stamping activity is something that many of you in this room probably had a hand in, as many members of the Folklore Society took this on as a COVID lockdown project. In the end, it was Clary himself who was the lead contributor and even added additional notes as he worked his way tirelessly through the time-stamping of the majority of the recordings. In some ways, the most important part of the post-digitization activity was reconnecting the recordings with Helen's field notes, photographs, and other materials to place them back in the context in which they were originally collected. This return of content, along with increased accessibility, is what we believe we have achieved with this resource. It is our hope that it will be embraced and used by many, so that it will not just exist, but also live. We are celebrating this evening. As part of that, we will have music, even more music, and the opportunity for people to come together and share stories, reminiscences, and maybe find inspiration for new work. As I have said, this project was a long time coming, and in that time, our collaborators have become even closer friends. To Clary and Nikki, we offer our thanks for your openness and constant support. To John Stone and the other members of the Helen Creighton Folklore Society, thank you for both your help and your patience, as it took time, far more time than we thought it would, to get this right. I am the person who gets to stand up here and proudly represent Nova Scotia Archives. But I can only do that because of the incredible team of people who I have the pleasure of working with every day. Your dedication, creativity, and drive to always do better is a gift. I am often heard to describe us as small but mighty. We are small in number, but mighty in how we pull together toward a common goal. Every member of this small staff team contributes in some way when we do a project and launch like this. Even if you don't have or in preparing for the event, you are covering other tasks for someone else so that they can be freed up to help. While I try to say thank you on a daily basis, I appreciate having a public opportunity like this to acknowledge with great gratitude everything that you have all given towards this project and that you give to the archives daily. Thank you. Now, I invite you to enjoy the music that's going to happen in the gallery space, the refreshments that are surrounding you in the lobby and in this room, and to take the time to explore the resource on one of the terminals that we have set up for this evening. There are also bookmarks available all over the place that have the URL for the resource on it. So please make sure you take one of these with you so that you can continue your exploration of the resource at home. Thank you all very much and enjoy your evening.